Hi everybody, welcome back to PUBG on the PlayStation 4. Anyway, so, gosh, back to PUBG, back to Vikendi, back to my favourite map. Oh wow, so this video is all about what's it like to play PUBG after playing DayZ. Because I've really been playing a lot of DayZ over the last couple of days. Came out on PlayStation 4 yesterday, I think, and I've been streaming for quite a while, making videos. Anyway, they're on the channel, on the gaming channel if you want. And I'm probably going to go on again because it's pretty addictive. So what's it like to come back and play PUBG? Because the thing about DayZ and PUBG is they look similar, don't they? They've got the same aesthetic. They've got this post-apocalyptic look. Sort of ex-communist sort of place, and in DayZ the map is much larger, but you have less players, so you have a maximum of 60 players on the in the country basically that you're in, but you also have zombies to fight, and there's no circles as well. So the only goal really in DayZ is to stay alive, to fight the dangers of hunger, starvation, disease, wounds, that sort of stuff. And you've got to, eat food, drink water, bandage your wounds, kill zombies, and interact with other human players. What's special though about DayZ is it's not just about killing the other players. I mean, it can be, don't get me wrong. I've been killed. Well, actually, I've only been killed by one human player in DayZ. Whereas PUBG, it's all about killing everybody else, isn't it? We have the circle that forces us closer and closer to each other. And we have no choice. In fact, in PUBG, it's against the rules to team up with other players unless you're playing duos or squads, and they're in your squad. You could get banned for it, but that's not the case in DayZ. In fact, the opposite is true. You wander along and you can use the in-game communications to say to people, "Hi, hey, how you doing? I'm friendly. I haven't got my gun out. How are you?" That sort of stuff. So, yeah, really tense, funnily enough, situations you can get into where you're thinking, is this person, even though I've been walking around with this person for the last 20 minutes, they could, if they wanted to, whack me on the back of the head with their axe if they wanted to right now. Do I trust this person? And as you're approaching towns and villages, you're thinking, right, who's going to be in there? There's going to be zombies, and the zombies are very dangerous. I mean, in the last game I played, I got a bit blasé. I had all this amazing kit. I had a sniper rifle with a nice scope on it with plenty of ammunition. I had a did I have an M16? I didn't have an M16. I can't remember what they called it now, but it looks like an M16. Anyway, let's pick up that 7.6. And then I went through this village. There was a load of zombies. They started running after me. 4 of them. I thought, I've got this. I'll just run into that. I run into a house and close the door. I couldn't get in time. They all attacked me at once, and before I knew it, that was it. I was dead. And then you start again, you spawn again, because that's a similar thing. It's permadeath in both games. So I guess one of the questions is, would I recommend DayZ to fans of PUBG, and vice versa as well? Would I recommend PUBG to fans of DayZ? And I would say absolutely. There's a lot of cross-pollination here. The main catch, the main problem, probably being that games of DayZ can take an awful lot of time, and not much happens while you're playing. Gosh, 2 military vests next to each other. So basically, the entire part of the DayZ game is really all about the looting phase. In PUBG, imagine the looting phase went on for 3 days. You know, basically that's what you're doing, because you have to keep on looting. Because you have to keep on picking up. Imagine in PUBG if you had to pick up food, you know, and drink. So instead of having an energy drink, you know, you'd have an energy drink, but then you'd also have to scoff some tinned sardines. But not only that, you don't have to go and find the tool to. You'd have to find a can opener to open the tin of sardines. All that sort of stuff. It's quite amazing that way. But coming back to PUBG, what feels great about coming back to PUBG is the simplicity in terms of, I know what I've got to do. I've got to run around, I've got to find stuff, and then I've got to go and kill people. But it's much more competitive PUBG. That's the other side of it. So what does it feel like to come back to PUBG? It feels really good. It feels really good. But I am thinking again about playing DayZ later. I'm thinking, you know, getting alright, I'll spawn in again, I'll be on the coast somewhere, I'll fire up the map on my laptop and try and figure out where I am. You can run to the roads and you can look at the road signs and say, okay, so that's north, so therefore I'm gonna make my way that way. I'm better at combining things and like getting my weapons ready, because you've got to do stuff in DayZ. For example, you don't just pick up some ammunition and some bullets. If you pick up some bullets, you have to load them manually into the magazine and then load it into the gun. So you need to find magazines as well for your guns. So yeah, all very, very in depth, and a bit of a pain. But very interesting and very deep as well. There's all sorts of mechanics going on in terms of, you can dig for worms. I think you can make fishing rods and go fishing. You can repair vehicles, but that's quite convoluted. You can fix clothing. You have the normal thing like different types of clothes, but your clothes wear out as well as you get into fights. And you have different backpack, different vests, different helmets, all that sort of stuff. And the inventory management, you think the inventory management in PUBG is complicated. You wait till you have a go at trying to do inventory management in DayZ. God, it's a nightmare. You need to watch a video basically to figure out how to equip a gun and use bandages. Anyway, we're back in PUBG now. I'm glad to be back. But as I say, I am still thinking about DayZ. Very addictive game. Lots of exploration, I guess, is the thing as well. You know, there's the map is so absolutely huge, hundreds of square kilometers, that it takes you, well, at the moment I think it would takes hours to get across the map. Yeah, you need to make sure, you know, before you head out from the coast in DayZ, you need to. Here we go. Is that grenade? Here, isn't it? Make sure you've got you know, enough water, you've got some food, you've got a weapon, all that sort of stuff. Okay. Doors open. Let's concentrate on playing this game. The controls are so much smoother on PUBG though. DayZ runs at about 20 frames a second, 10 frames a second in the built-up areas. You know, I mean, you can lean and do things like that, but it's nowhere near as smooth as PUBG, and that's saying something, isn't it? I think we've got enough ammo now. Didn't I have a level... I thought I found a level 3 bag earlier. Be great if you could use those cable cars, wouldn't it? That was the G36. Let's go and have a quick look. Get out of this no man's land. Now we could wheel right and ambush this guy. Was that him in that car? Do you think? Excuse me. No sign of anybody. How far is the blue? Blue comes in incredibly slow on Vikendi. So he's either made his move or he was further around than I thought. So do we go high or do we go low? I think we go straight. Fuck. What's that nutter doing? You fuck. I really need a fresh vest. Well, at least we made it to the top 10. Worried about Ghillie Soup Man. God, this blue's coming in slow. Ghillie Soup guy should be over here somewhere. Where is everybody? Oh, the old heart's starting to pump. The hands are getting sweaty. Back from DayZ, back into PUBG. There's only one feeling. Did I see somebody move then? See, ghillie suit guy will be basically invisible. I'm just going to come in last, lobbing grenades and my Molotov. Okay, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed the video, hit subscribe. If you want to see more of the same, press like. If you want to support the channel, there's a Patreon link. It's good to be back in PUBG from DayZ. Where's he gone? Oh, second place. Oh man, that should have been mine. 2 tenths. Brilliant. What a game. PUBG. Fantastic. Thank you very much, and I'll see you again soon.